So our video's topic is unbalanced transportation problem. A transportation problem is said to be the unbalanced if total supply is not equal to the total demand. So there are the two cases arises. If the summation of supply is less than summation of demand. If supply is less, so we introduce the dummy supply variable. And second case is if demand is less than summation of the supply. If the summation of demand is less than summation of supply, so at that time introduce the dummy demand variable. Okay, so that will be the depends on which one is a less. If summation of supply is less, introduce the dummy supply variable. Is if the summation of demand is less, we introduce the dummy demand variable. So see the example which is depends on this case. Find the IBFS of the following transportation problem by VAM. So here we have to given this TP. Is in a solution, first of all we have to check whether what is the summation of capacity and what is the summation of demand. So this 7 plus 6 plus 9, its sum become 22. And the summation of the demand is 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 2, which is a 18. So both are not equal. So if both are the not equal, so we have to mention here the given TP is a unbalanced. So for balancing, we have to check whether which one is a less here. So demand is a less. If demand is a less, so we have to need here to introduce the demand variable. Means we have to need to dummy column here. Okay. Then that sum become equal to this sum of the capacity. So for balancing the given TP, we introduce the dummy column E with zero transportation cost and demand equal to 4 because this become 18. For equality we have to add the demand become plus 4, so at that time 18 plus 4 is a 22 and then that unbalanced TP converted to the balancing. So we have to mention here introduce the dummy column E with zero transportation cost and demand is 4, so that the summation of capacity equal to 22 equal to summation of demand. Now to find out IBFS by using VAM. So first of all we have to write down our table in our this waveform. Here that A, B, C, D, here this dummy column E, the capacity AR, that values we have to already given in an example 7, 6, 9, and this warehouses W1, W2, W3, demand BJ 6, 4, 6, 2, and here that require dummy column with zero transportation cost and demand become 4. Here we have to, in a VAM, we have to need to find out the row penalties and column penalties. So we have to solve this one by one. So see in our first row, the minimum cost is 0, next minimum cost is 2. The difference between them is a 2. So we write down here 2. In the next row, the minimum cost is 0, next minimum cost is 3, so difference between them is 3. In third row, the minimum cost is 0, next cost is a 5, so difference between them is 5. Same procedure we have to follow for the column also. The minimum cost is 7, next minimum cost is 6, and difference between them is 1. Is in column B, the minimum cost is 2, next minimum cost is a 3, difference between them is 1. In column C, the minimum cost is 7, next minimum cost is 9, difference between them is a 2. Here the minimum cost is 6, next minimum cost is 7, difference between them is a 1. And here the minimum cost is all are the 0 and difference between them we have to write down here 0. Among these row penalties and column penalty, we have to check whether which one is a maximum. So see the 5 is a maximum. So we have to circle it and we have to consider here this one is the first row for filling the allocations. So among that entry we have to check whether which one is a minimum cost. So this 0 is a minimum cost among 6, 5, 9 and 11. So we have to choose this first cell, then check whether what is our capacity and what is our demand. In capacity and demand, the which one is a minimum? So 4 is minimum. So fill here the 4. And 4 minus 4 we write down here the 0. At a time we have to write down here dash. At a time we have to subtract 4 from 9, so there remains only 5. Again follow our same procedure. Again find out the next row penalties difference. So accepting this column, because this entry that demand becomes 0, here we have to mention the dashes. So we skip that cost when we have to find out the row penalties or column penalty. So see here, among these 4 entries the minimum is a 2, next minimum is a 6, so difference between them is 4. Is in next row, and again the least cost is a 3, next least cost is a 7, difference between them is again 4. Next is the minimum cost is 5, next minimum cost is a 6, difference between them is 1. Now for the column, so here no any dashes are right down here, so again that differences is repeated in our next row. So see here the least cost is 6, next is a 7, the difference between them is a 1. The least cost is 2, next least cost is a 3, so difference between them is a 1. So here the least cost is 7, next least cost is a 9, so difference between them is a 2. And here is a least cost is 6, next least cost is a 7, difference between them is a 1. And this become dash here. Again this row penalties and column penalty, we have to check whether which one is a maximum. So 4 is a maximum, but that 4 is occurs in a 2's position, is in a first row position and second row position. So we have to check whether in our first row which one is a least cost, except in the first one, 9 2 9 6, so here least cost is a 2. And if we have to choose this 4, so check whether which one is the least cost. So least cost is a 3. As compared to 3, the 2 is a least, so we consider this 4 for fill the allocations row. So we choose this row. Here the least cost is 2, the capacity is a 7, and demand is a 4. So among this one the minimum is a 4, so fill here the 4. So at a time 4 minus 4 is a 0, 4 is subtracted from 7, so there remains 3. When we have to write down here the 0, at a time we have to mention here dash. Okay, then again follow the same procedure. Again find out the row penalty. At that time we have to accepting this column, because this column is a 0. So minimum cost is 6, next least cost is 9, difference between them is 3. Here is the least cost is 7, next least cost is also 7, so difference between them is 0. Is the next row, the least cost is 6, next least cost is 9, difference between them is 3. Again find out the column penalty. Least cost is 7, next least cost is least cost is 6, next least cost is 7, difference between them is 1. Here is a 0, so we mention here the dashes. Here the least cost is 7, next least cost is 9, difference between them is 2. So least cost is 6, next least cost is 7, difference between them is 1. So again among that rows penalty and column penalty, we have to check whether which one is a maximum. So 3 is a maximum, but again that 3 occurs in a 2 position, is in first row position and second row position. In first row the minimum is 6, and the third row the minimum becomes again 6, so same cost is occurs or repeated in that row. So we check whether on which minimum cost we fill the maximum allocation. If we have to choose this 6, so from this 3 and 2 we fill here the 2, and if we have to choose this 6, so among 5 and 6 we have to fill here the 5, so here the fill the 2. So here we will fill up the 2 among 3 and 2, and here we have to fill up among the 5 and 6 the 5. So maximum we have to fill in our this entry, this cost. So we consider this row for the allocation. So now we have to fill here among that 5 and 6, the minimum is a 5, so we fill here the 5, that 5 minus 5 is a 0, so we mention here the dash. At a time that 5 we have to subtract from the 6, so there remains 1. Again find out our next penalty. So least cost is a 6, next least cost is a 9, difference between them is a 3. In this next row the least cost is a 7, so its difference is a 0. In the next row the capacity becomes 0, so we write down here the dash. The same procedure we have to follow for the column also. The difference between least cost is a 7, next least cost is a 9, difference between them is a 2. So here the 0, so we mention here the dash. 9 and 7's difference, least cost is a 7, next least cost is a 9, difference between them is a 2. Here the least cost is a 6, next least cost is a 7, difference between them is a 1, and here we have to mention the dash. Among again that all penalties, the 3 is a maximum, so we have to choose this penalty, and from that penalty we have to get the row to fill the allocation. So among that entries the minimum is a 6. So see, the capacity is a 3 and demand is a 2. So fill from 3 and 2, the minimum is a 2, so fill here the 2. So 2 minus 2 is a 0, so we write down here 0 and here is a dash. At a time 2 we subtract from the 3, so there remains 1. Again follow the same procedure. The least cost is a 9, next least cost is a 9, difference between them is a 0. So is in the next row, the again the least cost is a 7, next least cost is a 7, so difference between them is a 0. Here we have to already, this entry is a 0, so we have to mention dash. Again we have to find out the column penalty. The difference between least cost 7, next least cost is a 9, and difference between them is a 2. Here this entry is a 0, so we mention here dash. This entry is also 0, so we mention here dash. This entry is also 0, so we mention here dash. Here again the difference between them is 2. So check whether which one is a maximum from the rows and column penalty. So there is a 2 is a maximum, but again the 2 is repeated on the 2 columns. So we check whether in our this column which one is the least cost. So here is a 7. In this column again the least cost is a 7. So again we get the same cost. So we check whether on which cost we have to fill the maximum allocation. If we have to choose this 7, we have to fill here the 1. And if we have to choose this 7, we have to fill here the 6. So we have to choose this 7. So we see here that both the entries are the same, so fill here the 6. That 6 minus 6 is a 0. Again here is a 6 minus 6 is a 0. So when we have to mention here 0, at a time we have to mention here dash. And here is also 0, so we mention here dash. So now no need to find out again the rows penalties and column penalty, because there is a one single cell is present here, this one, and its capacity is also 1 and demand is also 1. So we fill here the 1 directly. This 1 minus 1 0. So in this way we have to use the WAM method to fill the allocations. So now we have to check whether what is the number of allocations here. So we write down here m plus n minus 1, which is equal to, so m is the number of variable and n is the number of columns. So m is the number of rows and n is the number of columns. Here m plus n minus 1, which is equal to, m is the number of rows and n is the number of columns. So see here the row is 3, 1 2 3, and column is 1 2 3 4 5. So 3 plus 5 minus 1, which is equal to 7, and which is not equal to number of allocation. Here allocation we have to get as a 6. So which is the allocation? This one, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So these are not equal to. If these are not same, this implies given solution is degenerate. given solution is degenerate. And for removing this degeneracy, we have to need to add the epsilon to independent position in our table. So we have to need to fill here. Suppose we have to fill here the list cost is 0, so we have to fill here that epsilon. And when we have to add this small positive value of epsilon, that number of allocation which is equal to same. So we have to write down here for removing the degeneracy, we add positive small epsilon in least transportation cost and independent position. Means those are not forms the loop. Okay, so that is we add epsilon at second row, fifth column. Then this implies m plus n minus 1 which is equal to 3 plus 5 minus 1 which is equal to 7, which is equal to number of allocations. And then therefore the solution is non-degenerate. So therefore we have to write down the IBFSs. The initial basic feasible solution is, so we write down that initial basic feasible solution is x11 equal to 1, x12 equal to 4, x14 equal to 2, then x2 3, 6, x2 5 equal to epsilon, then x3 1 equal to 5, and the last one is x3 6 equal to 4. And then we have to find out, the IBFS we have to write down according to this position. X11 is 1, x12 is 4, x14 equal to 2, x2 3 equal to 6, x2 5 equal to epsilon, x3 1 equal to 5, and x3 5 equal to 4. So that values we have to write down here. Okay, and then lastly we have to find out its total transportation cost. So therefore total transportation cost which is equal to, and that will be find out here by the 1 into 9, 4 into 2. 1 into 9 plus 4 into 2 plus 2 into 6 plus 6 into 7 plus epsilon into 0 plus 5 into 6 plus 4 into 0. So now 1 into 9 is a 9, plus 4 into 2 is a 8, plus 2 into 6 is a 12, plus 6 into 7 is 42, plus 5 into 6 is a 30. So we have to do the addition of this one, so we get our answer become 101. So this is our total transportation cost. So now we have to stop here. Thank you.